Hi guys, how are you? How are you? Up, are you? Hey, up, are you? Hey, are you up? Because I'm up. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to Ani's World. I hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful, fabulous, sexy Ani's World. Hi guys, it's Ani's World. I hope you're having a beautiful, marvelous, sexy day. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, something about that. Hey guys, you know what? I'm gonna work on that later. Anyway, so today we are talking about the divine feminine, and this is important to me because I'm gonna be making a lot more videos on this, okay? It's important to me, one, because so 60% of my viewers are women and the other 40% are men. So I do have more women, watching my channel than I do men. And I think it's important that I talk about the divine feminine takeover and what that looks like. What does divine feminine look like? You know what I'm saying? What is it to be a woman? You know what I mean? And I want to start with the number one thing to be a woman is to love yourself. And love yourself so much that it feels uncomfortable settling. Oh my gosh, guys, I have all this laundry in the back of me. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't y'all tell me? My gosh. Y'all let me sit over here like that on live. Okay, here we go. So, yes, that's the first thing is to learn how to love yourself, right? Because the first thing that I notice about women who don't love themselves is that they put women down, other women down. And my thing is, when you don't want to do something as a woman, you don't point out other people's opinion to why you don't want to do it, right? So say like if you're the type of woman who wants to say no, but you don't know how to say no, you're the type to call people selfish or basically try to make people feel bad for putting themselves first. And as a woman, I truly feel like the worst thing that you can do in your divine takeover is put down another woman. Because with that time that you took to put down another woman is time that you could have took into investing into yourself more, looking better, and being a better woman for yourself. You know what I'm saying? The only one in this world who holds men accountable is women. For the most part, other men are really not holding other men accountable for their action and their nature. Only women do that to each other. Only women tear each other down and put each other down like that. Men don't do that. And you can say whatever you want, but men will not go out of their way to put down another man the way a woman will go out of their way to put down another woman. And when I say put them down, I mean like call them out for their mistakes. You know what I mean? Call them out for their faults, their shortcomings, you know what I mean? Or to try to make them feel bad for putting themselves first. You ever like let me ask you something as a woman. Do you really think that men make each other feel bad for putting themselves first? Oh, wait. Do you think men make each other feel bad for putting themselves first? They don't. It doesn't matter if it hurts a girl's feelings. It doesn't matter if it's selfish to that woman. Men don't put other men down for putting themselves first. And the sooner women realize this, the sooner we'll all be better off. Because the way that y'all take the time to put down another woman is insane. Women are already pitted against each other and have to deal with, being crucified all the time by men and by patriarchy. Why do you as a woman feel the need to do that to another woman? Men don't do that shit to each other. Men are not like, oh girl, you're selfish because you don't go 50-50. Your men are not saying you're a leech and you're broke and you're dusty. They're not creating spaces to tell men to be providers and to go 50-50. Men don't do that. They don't do that. Women do that to each other. Women will sit there and be like, "Oh, you don't buy this for a man. You don't want to do this for a man. Well, you just expect handouts. You're just this, you're just that." Girls are super mean to each other and judgmental for no reason. Men would never do that to each other. I kid you not. Men might say, even a provider man might say, "Oh yeah, I don't do that. I don't." But you think when he gets around his homeboy, he's really sitting there like, "Boy, you really a leech, bro. Like you really gonna make your girl go 50-50 for everything?" You really think they're doing that? If anything, when men go 50-50 with a woman, the other men are trying to learn how to do what he's doing. They're whenever a man is using a woman, other men are trying to learn how to use a woman as well. The only dumbasses who sit there and be like, "Oh, if you don't go 50-50, you're selfish and a leech," is other women to other women. Because you're insecure about yourself, truly. Because men don't do that to each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't believe in women tearing each other down. You know what I mean? Like we have enough of people. If you really think that somewhere there's not someone telling a woman that everything that she does is wrong or that she's selfish for putting herself first, if you don't think that somewhere someone's telling a woman to basically put herself last and think about somebody else before herself, everywhere people are telling women that. It's very rare that men are creating spaces for other men to tell them to be less selfish. Are you dumb? You women are dumb. No shade. Men don't do that. And even the people who are like for me, I also feel like, you know, as a woman, you have to understand like how you might feel about yourself and then thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Ronald. And then how society may feel about you, right? Like if you decide to go 50-50 with a man, you're basically deciding to pimp yourself out, except he's not extorting you for sex because like at least not for other men, but he's going to want it for himself, right? Because like if most men are going to cheat and most men are going to lie and most men are going to put themselves first, like for example, if you're dating a guy and you're both in school and he gets accepted to a school out of state and it's the best school, do you think he's going to stay in state for you? No, no. And if he does leave state and go to that other school and decide to do a long distance relationship with you, do you think he's going to be faithful for you? No. Are you like what is the whole point of women investing all this into a relationship if you're supposed to be a woman? When are you ever like when does your honeymoon stage ever come in if you're going 50-50 on dates? Y'all can't even y'all don't even get to see the honeymoon stage. You're just automatically splitting bills with men and then like putting other women down who are not doing that. You've never even seen a honeymoon stage, boo. You don't know what it's like to have a man take you shopping. You don't know what it's like to have a man take you out to dinner without asking you to cover the tip. It's all weird behavior. It's all very weird and strange. And to call other women a leech for not partaking and enabling men into basically feel superior to women, that's crazy. Like if you can cheat on if I just feel like 50-50 is not healthy because at that point that means when you cheat, I cheat. When you lie, I lie. When you put yourself, I'm putting myself first. I might break up with you for something better just like you would me. Because that's the type of that's how men are. Men are not like like you guys want men to be bitch's so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you really think men are sitting around like, "Oh, well, I just I just can't wait until we get married and have kids and have a house and then we're gonna like do like night routines with the baby. Like I can't wait. Yeah, I'm gonna, save up for school. Anything that my girl needs, like I'll make those sacrifices for her because they're not. Especially not if you're going 50-50 with them, they're not. So I need women to stop putting other women down who don't partake in that foolish behavior in this modern day pimping. That is a boyfriend pimp. That is a boyfriend pimp. That's a man who doesn't have the audacity to go out and sell your cat because he's so selfish and he wants it all to himself and he has an ego. You know what I'm saying? So instead, he's going to make you go 50-50 with everything. So you think you're not a 304, but really you're the ultimate 304 if you're going 50-50. You don't have to be a stripper, you don't have to be a sex worker to get pimped out. Boyfriend pimps are a real thing, and y'all are seeing it today. I couldn't believe when I heard women call a woman calling other women leeches for not, you know, going 50-50 on dates and on every single bill. Everything is 50-50. The car is 50-50, the date is 50. What the hell? What's the point of the man? I do this with my home girls. That's not romantic. That's not romantic. Hey, babe, at the end of dinner, hey, babe, so how much was the steak? Yeah, we ordered this too. Yeah, so you want to pay for this? I'll pay for this. Yeah, okay, bet. You got the tip, babe? Yeah, okay. All right, let's split the money up. What type of man would want to do that? What type of men do y'all be dealing with, realistically, as women? Y'all deal with men who really don't like you or care about you. Have no type of, not even a little smidge of respect for you. Because the least he could have did was take you on a adequate date and court you correctly. Because he's trying to pursue you, right? The least he could have did was take you on a date and paid without asking you to pay for a tip or something, without asking you to downsize your meal, without asking you to share a plate with him. That's the most he could have did for you, is feed you correctly. You guys want to go 50-50 with men who can't even feed you correctly, and then put down other women for not partaking in that foolish, crusty, dusty, bummy behavior. Then to top it off, like, I can understand if said woman doesn't have her stuff together, right? But if said woman is either getting herself stuff together or has her stuff together, then it's really like, what are you talking about? She has a car, she has an apartment, she pays her own bills, she she graduated school. Like, what? You're supposed to be a man. And this is the issue with men nowadays, and why like the dynamic is so toxic. A lot of men have lost like hope and faith in this economy. Like, they believe just because prices went up that they're incapable of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, prices went up for everybody, and women are online like, I just opened my online business, y'all. You want some underwear? It's crazy to me. Like, you guys want to enable men to be bums. You guys want to hold men back and then like wonder why they need so much help. You're holding them back. You're not pushing him to his highest degree. That's the number. Like, if you really want to be a good woman, if you want to push a man, look good and make him want you. The heck? Any man who wants a woman that he finds very attractive is gonna start trying to show up and be a better man. That's so simple. Didn't we already know this? You can't build him up, because at the end of the day, if you're going 50-50 with a man that you're postponing his growth and his evolution, you're postponing his strategic thinking, you're postponing his problem solving skills because you want to come in and act like his mother, and then you want to put other women down who have the common sense and the divine feminine knowledge to know that that's not how you treat your man. That's selfish. That's selfish. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. A lot of y'all think that the woman who's willing to do everything for you is the woman that loves you. That's not the one that's not love. Sacrificing yourself for somebody else is not love. That's desperation. She's doing anything to keep you. That's not love. She's operating from a selfish place to begin with. Because she don't truly, no woman truly wants to go on a date and pay a bill. The fuck? No woman could truly even walk around and say that proudly without getting a side eye, without people feeling bad for her. Be for real. And no man feels good not being able to solve his life skills. No man feels good when he runs out of money and he don't know how to get no more. No man feels good when he has a problem that he couldn't solve. His girl solved it for him. And you guys wonder why these men are so dumb. We have cradled them too much, cradled them way too much. And I don't know about me, because me as a grown ass woman, I'm not cradling no man. But, some grown 21 plus, 23 plus, 22 plus year old women still don't understand this. And a lot of men are pimping themselves out with this 50-50 stuff, thinking that you're a pimp. You're not a pimp. You're limiting your critical thinking. You're limiting your problem solving skills. You're limiting your strategic thinking. You're limiting your logical thinking, and you're acting like a girl, and you don't realize it. You don't. Because if women can be single and problem solve and strategic think their way through life and, figure out how to get things done, men should be able to do the same thing. And if he's a man, right, who the whole point, I think you guys forget why men had so much privilege. The reason why men were supposed to said be able to cheat on their girl and stuff like that is because when things are falling apart, the wife is taking care of the kids or taking care of the household. You know what I mean? And he's pushing himself to the fullest extent to problem solve, to be a good stand-up man. That's why men back in those days were honestly way more well-rounded than the men nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Well, here's the thing, right? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Men love women solving our problems because it's rare and shows they actually care. You sound like a girl. You sound like a little teenage girl. I it's so sweet. I really appreciate you. Nobody ever does this for me. Thank you so much. Do you realize how you sound? You're demasculating yourself. The heck? You want to be a man, but you want a woman to problem solve for you? And then you appreciate it because it's rare. You want to know why? Because that's not traditionally right. The reason why that you guys were able to cheat and have so much power is because you were supposed to be the leaders. You guys can't possibly think that you can cheat, a woman can't cheat, you can be sexually deviant, a woman can't be sexually deviant, and you're expected to, and you think that she's gonna go 50-50 on every bill with you. You think that woman's gonna respect you? You guys really think women who go 50-50 with you are gonna respect you at the end of the day? Y'all are teaching women, and this is the sad part that men don't even realize that they're doing to themselves. Y'all are teaching women how to do really good without you. And that's sad because you don't understand energetically that you come from a woman and you're going to spend a lot of your life searching for more wombs to get inside of. And the more women build their resistance and tolerance to this type of bullshit, and the only woman that will be left is like the pick Mishas, to be honest. That's it. That's all you'll have. And y'all don't even really like them. You guys don't like I worked in the nightlife. I've talked to so many men. Men don't like nice girls. So what they're asking you for doesn't even make sense because they want you to do something for them, but they don't want you to ever do that shit for anybody else. How is that even supposed to be within your mentality? You and well, I wonder, I have a feeling that you are that you are white. But yeah, like I really think that a lot of people, I don't or yeah, I think a lot of people are not really using any real strategic or critical thinking when it comes to dating nowadays. I really don't. My first boyfriend, I've had both good and bad experience. That's called life. That's why I'm so smart. That's called life. The man that I ever first lay down with, are you dumb? Are you dumb? That's why I know what good men look like. The heck? And it's not this. My first boyfriend would never ask me to pay for anything. Ever. Ever. We were going shopping in high school on shopping dates. These men are losers. Like what? But yeah, so I just think a lot of men, I mean, look at the comments right now, honestly. Like, look at the stuff that's coming out of these men's mouth. Religion, marriage, kids. And then here's another thing too. A lot of men will sit back and be like, "Oh, I'm married, I have a wife." Now ask that man just about him alone. The last man that I asked this said that he worked in a factory. 5 kids, married, working in a factory. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. And what's your nurse do? She works too. What's your wife do? She's working too. So you gave her 3 kids, a job, and a husband who's also a job. Love it. Love it. Love it. It makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And then you know what really gets to me, like when they talk about like motherhood being intertwined into all of this. Well, how is a woman working 40 hours a week to help her husband supposed to be able to properly raise kids and be a good mom and be mentally stable? Exactly. Exactly. Men are so, like, I don't know, like, and here's my whole thing about it. Like, the the only like the only time that I've ever seen my father really like need my mother's help was when like his health was declining. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in a luxury apartment. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the suburbs. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that broke, baby. This ain't the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what, like, how, but whatever, this is why I say to a lot of men, if you notice, this is another thing that happens to you idiots that think that you're just the illest pimps on earth with this 50-50 stuff. When that woman leaves you because she's been problem solving everything halfway for you, so you haven't been using half of your goddamn brain. You haven't been using half of your goddamn brain to make money. You haven't been using half of your goddamn brain to pay bills. You haven't been using half of your goddamn brain because you've been having that woman halfway in feminine mode and halfway in masculine mode. You get what I'm saying? And what happens is when that woman leaves you and y'all be broke. Then you really get to see who's carrying the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or what really gets me is like y'all be going into 50-50 relationships with men who started off with no car and end up with a car when you get there. What? What? So we leveling men up. This is what we doing. We courting men. We taking them shopping. We paying bills with them. The men are the new women. This is what we doing. This is how we do it. So the prices just went up and we didn't all lost faith on how to just find a way to make it happen. We all just lost faith. We don't believe in our men no more. We don't believe that a man can make it in this economy. We don't believe that a man could touch $120,000 a year. What do we want for our men? What do we want for our kids and ourselves? You want to be working in poverty with a man who's supposed to be your protector and provider? That makes no sense. You guys are tearing your men down, and you men are tearing yourself down trying to justify it. You know damn well you're tearing yourself down. You know damn well you're playing yourself small. You know damn well you lost all faith, because back in the day men weren't like that. The heck, you couldn't catch up. A real provider would not ask his woman for shit unless his health was declining. Are you dumb? I never gave years of anything away. I had my son because I wanted to have a baby really bad. Believe it or not every woman had a baby, got played by the baby father, and then is just a bitter baby mother. That's not the case all the time. That's not always the case. I had my awakening a year before my son was born. I was already on this timing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't agree with having abortions though. For myself, I don't care about other people's decisions, but I was not having an abortion. So, Heavy. Okay, you hear this, man? I work 40 hours plus a week. I'm underpaid for my job, and I still take care of my child at the end of the week I'm off. Struggling hard. You know what I mean? These men are just struggling. You men lost hope. Be honest with yourself. You're a loser. You know what I'm saying? You believe that in this economy you can't do it, so you just need a woman to problem solve for you. And then when that woman leaves you and you're struggling, because it happens all the time. A woman leaves y'all struggling, you talking about all the things that you did and how much you helped, but you're not mentioning the part that you went 50-50 with that woman, and that's the real reason why you're struggling right now. Because you were never a full provider. You never even could fully provide for yourself, realistically. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, a lot of you men are new age modern day pimps. You want women to deal with cheating, lying, your beer drinking problem, and the fact that you don't know how to figure out how to pay rent. Sad. And the fact that you give them multiple kids. That's not love. Any man who sees a woman have her baby is gonna want to get rich. He at least gonna want to pay all the bills. What the heck? You just seen a woman give life and carry it for 9 months, and the first thing you think is before you even hit six figures is let's have another baby. You men lead women to destruction, and you lead yourself to destruction too. And then y'all sit around and talk about this, that, and this, that. This is why women like me are alive. Because thank God I got to learn from other women. I got to learn from single wives. I got to learn from women back in the day. I got to learn from my friends. I got to learn from women who had 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn a lot about this shit. And I refuse. I get that. A lot of people like to say I'll end up bitter and alone. I think that a lot of the women who are going 50-50 are going to end up bitter with somebody, feeling alone, with somebody feeling lonely. That's what I think. Everybody's love language is different. I can't imagine a man saying that I love you so much. Can you help me pay the bills? I don't see how that's love. I could see if his health is declining and he needs help paying the bills. But a man who says that he loves me so much and would do anything for me and fill my head up with all these lies, right? Why can he not show me that in action? Why can't he not show me that in lifestyle? Why does he just get to tell me, "Oh, I love you. I'll do anything for you. You mean the world to me. You're the best woman on earth to me. You're everything." And then treat me like half of something. That doesn't make sense. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. Thank you, love. And men are holding themselves back. You guys, this is why I don't think, like, y'all don't understand that you're making yourself undesirable. Like, you might still want me, although I don't want to go 50-50 with you, but I damn sure don't want you. Nor do I care that you don't want me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you guys understand quality over quantity. If I got up on here right now and said, "Oh, if he's a good man, if I people please to the death of me and said everything that I don't believe in, that I don't truly agree with, and that I wouldn't feel good doing." If I got up on here and said, "Yeah, men deserve to be taken care of too." Sometimes most of the time I think everything should be 50-50. I think that if we go out to eat, I don't mind paying the tip. If he moves into my place, I don't mind paying half the rent with him in my house. You know what I'm saying? Shit makes no sense. How are you mad that I don't want to do that shit? Leave me alone. Go there's a whole group of stupid women that you claim that you're attracted to and are not bitter and are so healed, right? Go over there so they can boost your ego because I'm not doing it. I'm 22. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I don't have like the main reason why my dad earned so much of my respect, and this is my father. If my father wasn't the man that he was, I wouldn't respect that man the way that I do. But because he was an amazing man who moved his family out of the hood, gave me so many luxury experiences, like at least 75 to 80% of the experience that I've had in life, I would never have if it wasn't for my dad. And it's to the point where he was so amazing and dope and such a real man that even through him passing on and even through my life falling apart, he inspired me to get everything that I lost back and become an even better woman. That's a man. I wouldn't feel that way about my dad if he didn't get up and put in that work and be a man. That's my father. And I wouldn't have that respect for him if he wasn't a man. That man was a man. It's something that only the people who get it. Only the men who truly love their family. Like my dad helped my aunt get through college. You men can never relate to this shit because you're at home asking your wife to go 50-50 with you. You suck. Duh. You don't take care of the divine feminine energy and you wonder why the state of the world is bad. Women are supposed to be nurturing each other, nurturing the earth, right? Men are supposed to be protecting women and looking after women. Women have to raise children. That should be the main priority. I live in Boston. One, thank you. Yeah, like I don't understand this. Like I don't understand any of this. And at the end of the day, like a lot of you men will never know what it's like for a woman to truly love you because you never stepped up and was a man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know, y'all not ever gonna know what it's like to feel the true love of a woman, to feel the true love and admiration and respect of kids because you never knew how to take care of anybody. You're not a man. Like it's a well earned good feeling when you earn a woman as a man and there's things that she would do for you that you know for a fact she would never do for another man because they ain't never stood by her the way that you do. That would boost your ego. You would impress yourself. But you men don't want to do that. And that's why girls are on OnlyFans today and dumped you. Either that or on OnlyFans and y'all going 50-50. Now you got to deal with a girlfriend who wants to be an online prostitute because you don't want to pay the bills. All men want is control and power. I know. I know. I just said this. I said the 50-50 movement is new age pimping. This is a boyfriend pimp that we're talking about. The only difference is he's not selling your cat. But this is a business move. 50-50 is a business move. That's not a relationship. That's how they talk to girls in polys and strip clubs. Y'all women be square girls talk about 50-50. What are you talking about? What does my child have to do with a man? Listen, I'm gonna get up on here and I have to break certain social like perceptions because I know that from your perception, being a single mother is the worst thing on earth, right? Well, actually, for me personally, being a single mother was the best thing on earth for me, where at one point my life had fell apart and now everything is all together. As well as when I had the moment that I found out I was pregnant, I decided to be a single mother. Do you get that? The person that I was pregnant by, I knew I would not want to be with. You know what I'm saying? So, whether you feel some type of way about it or not, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As we mentioned before, my dad passed away when I was 14. I have a son for a reason, named after my dad. I got what I need in life. I'm not worried about any man who's so stuck in the matrix that being a single mother is the end of the world when just back 10 years ago nobody would have gave a fuck. Women with 4 kids was still dating. Are you kidding me? And had providers. Who cares about what you think? I don't care. I got one kid that I wanted with my whole heart. And none of it was for a relationship. None of it was for a man. I wanted my baby. Sucks. I know. Your mother, you never felt that from your mom. I know. It's okay. Because if you want to be honest, if I would have waited to have my kid, I still would not have a kid. If I would have had an abortion and not have, I would still have nobody to have a kid with. I'm still not impressed. The heck? You guys say that's selfish, and then you guys will also say abortion is selfish. So honestly, you know what I mean? Who cares? I don't care what y'all feel. That's what I wanted to do for myself. That's what made me happy. That's what gave me that's why I'm here right now today. So I don't care. Hmm. You guys are funny. Altogether, what? Oh, thank you so much. You already know I'm a powerful, amazing woman, okay? Exactly. It's my truth. I have guys, like, there's a reason why I can get up on here and show you guys alchemy today. Not everybody's life is like yours. A lot of you guys wake up with a mom, a dad, siblings, you know what I'm saying? Aunties, uncles. Not everybody's life is like yours. I don't give a fuck. At least I'm not a male centered woman. At least I found my will to live outside of a man. I created life on top of that. You guys should be happy and grateful that I dropped down an angel on earth because you gonna love them, okay? You better be grateful for what I offer to the world. The heck wrong with you? You don't get older, you get better. Exactly. No, literally. You look like my daughter. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. OMG, we have to get together. Well, my socials are all on my it's in my YouTube description link. Like I have like my Instagram, I have my TikTok and my Snapchat. No, and I want to be clear. I don't disagree with abortion. It's just hard for me. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I personally, one day I'm gonna tell you guys the story of Ani's world, but I was made to be a mother. I may not have been made to be a wife, even though I think I was made to be that too, but I know for sure, 100% I was made to be a mom. You know what I'm saying? I know, actually, no, I do know I was made to be a wife. That's why I had the life experience that I had. Literally, that's why. Okay, never mind. State benefits. Um, I mean, I'm in Massachusetts. It's a blessing to have state benefits. What is wrong with you guys? And then to top it off, I work really hard and I make a lot of money. I work really hard and make a lot of money, okay? Benefits, well, it's for, and I also attend one of the best schools in Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? I have an amazing car. I live in the suburbs. I have amazing life experience. I've done a lot with my life, and I'm still done a lot with my life. I've done advocacy work. I've done a lot. Okay? What you're talking about is stupid and says a lot about your white supremacy character and the fact that you guys are really broke losers because all you did was take in great generations and generations of people who played a huge part in history. Then you whitewash history and got the nerve to sit up here and talk about everything that you took. You're a loser at heart. I've never had a problem dating single moms. The problem is finding one that isn't crazy as hell might be a prodigy problem. No, that's true. I'm not gonna lie. I had a friend and I was like, she had a boyfriend. I was like, I just feel like you need to stop treating him like that. You're evil. For real. Like, it's one thing to tease and give him a little headache a little bit. You don't just want to be all perfect all the time. You know what I mean? Be yourself. But if that's you, girl, you need to be locked up. But that man left her and her life has been hell ever since. Because one thing about it is she is not me. You know what I mean? I know how to be happy and get money and be happy all by myself. She don't know how to do that, so I don't know why she was treating that man like that. But I do understand when you say some single moms is crazy as fuck. Y'all look exactly the same. Me and your daughter. Oh my goodness. I guess my child is not missing anything. He's not lacking. He's whole from starting from within and going right from without. What's wrong with you? You guys do realize, like, one, you guys, I never brought up my situation, so you don't know it. But, just me thinking about everything that I've seen in life, and from my experience, I was raised by my stepfather. So let's start there. My real dad was a piece of shit, and I wish the one main thing that my mom did was keep me the fuck away from him. Not every father deserves their child. And making a child feel like, make if you make children feel like, oh, just because like you don't have two parents, that means you're less than as a child or you're lacking as a child. But if you have love, you're not lacking. Because you can have two parents and one don't love you. I know people right now in a two-parent household, and when that man gets an attitude, he's gonna take the TVs out his daughter's room, gonna take the furniture out his daughter's room, the game system out his daughter's room, and go back to not giving a that's not a father. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she could have had an abortion or she could have just stepped up and took responsibility for herself and her child. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting pimped out by her baby father. Abortion is okay. I just don't want to do it. Okay, period. There's a reason. What do you do? Damn, you a baddie. I do me. Get out my business. Damn, you a baddie. Thank you. I need a job. LOL. I got accepted that. I still got no laptop. Uh, she needs therapy. Your mom kicked you out because she needs therapy. I felt that. I need you there. She said leave her therapy. Yo, you and your mom in therapy. Good job and well done. Thank you very much. So I leave. My mom lost it. Laws of age. Gap tooth means soul snatcher. Know that. Okay, maybe it's the other way around, Steven. Okay, I need it. I want to go anesthesia my relationship. No, I don't. I want to. I have too much love to give to a loser. Not every woman is the same. Some individuals are very special, and some individuals are more closer to God and to the divine and to just some people are angels. You know what I mean? And I'm an angel. I'm not about to just. I'm not going with nothing medium. I'm going big or home. Okay, period. Lewis still sounds like you need therapy. Stop. Leave Lewis alone. Look at Black Beauty. Okay. I mean, I came from a single mother. Um, my mom had her first kid at 15 years old, and I do not applaud this, but this is just the truth. I mean, I feel like people will try to act like the odds are stacked against you when you can use anything to benefit you. You know what I'm saying? And so she had her first kid at 15, then she had two more, right? Met my stepfather, and um he was in my life since I was 4. He moved us out of the hood, bought my mom 2 Porsches, paid one of them off. They traveled everywhere, did so many beautiful things together. I just remember like beautiful things like him getting my mom things like roses dipped in gold. And he gave her another kid on top of that, and he already had his own kids. And this is also the same man who helped my aunt get through college. So, I mean, my mom had 3 kids. I feel really confident in the dating scene with one kid. I promise you. I know girls with 5. I feel good, okay? That's why I still feel like I could walk around like this because I look good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. Like, no, you see me. The heck? I don't look like everything's falling apart. Everything good. I don't care. Mm, mm. The only thing that can ever be damaged goods is a man. I'm a woman who can create life and carries generational eggs and downloads from generation and generation because I've been carrying everybody in my eggs for generation and generation and generation. I don't know, in case you haven't noticed, women are always valuable. I can be high right now and be valuable. High value. What she always say? High value. High value. What you talking about? All right. Okay, I'm doing good out here. I feel confident, all right? Let me tell you something. I'm not down bad. Not even in the dating scene, okay? I'm doing better than 50-50 on dogs. I am, guys. I'm doing better than 50-50. It's true. I'm doing better than the 50-50s who are getting cheated on by their boyfriends, and I know, you know what? I hope you're having a nice day. Me too. I hope you're having a good day. I support you, Janelle, and you're a very beautiful woman. Lots of love to you. Thank you, Michigan. You have chime. I do have chime, baby. Yes, don't pop out on babies if you can't raise them, because I can definitely raise my baby. That's another thing too. Like you have to, if you have kids, you have to have life experience. Like I think a lot of people, like some people tend to grow up faster than others, but some people be having kids and they never been out the country. They never had to apply for a student loan. They've never put a car in their name. They never applied for apartments. They don't even know how to teach their kid how to get up on their feet, let alone be a parent. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, thank God I have these experiences. Like, I've traveled by myself. I've done most things by myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, also, I have a support system. Like I said, I didn't come up on here and say all my business. So, I'm doing good, Jonathan. How are you? Divine is here. Yeah. I think that I do have Chime and I do have PayPal. Um I wish I could. If you follow like my social medias and add me, I will send it to you. Why would any woman want to have children by multiple men though? It's narcissistic. I can't. People don't read. Okay. Why are you whispering? I can't hear you. I'm reading the comments. But I got things I need to do. These people hate me. Yeah, I know I'm responsible for my life as an adult. That's why I say leave me the fuck alone because I can do it myself. And if you're in my face, you're gonna do it for me. Isn't this simple? 1 + 1 = 2. You act like I like pulled out algebra on you. You know what I mean? If everyone's responsible for their own life as a man, go be responsible for your own life. Duh. You sitting up on a woman's YouTube live who's trying to get who's boosting up her platform, not trying, who is boosting up her platform. My video yesterday just got a couple thousand views. You know what I'm saying? You on a woman's live who's investing into herself by getting up on her platform and promoting herself, and you are telling her that she needs to be responsible for herself while she's being responsible for herself. You're an idiot. And this is why I'm single. This is why I choose quality over quantity. Majority of you men give me the ick. Like, and my man doesn't have to worry about me because I don't like any of you. Literally. Literally. And Best believe he's close by. I got a couple of options right now. You know what I'm saying? May the best one win. The fuck? I be going 4 months celibate, 5 months celibate. My life is great. I feel great. New friends. Mhm. Women have an expiry date. I can procreate forever. Right. The woman that you came from has an expiration date, right? The woman whose titty that you was sucking on to nourish your body has an expiration date. You right, boo. You right. The woman who whether she births you or not still carries you in her eggs. Yeah, she's the one with the expiration date. You're right. The woman that every man is fighting to get inside of her womb. You're right. She's the expiration date. Like, because it's not like we haven't seen like full blown OnlyFans models become wives. Like, it's not like we haven't seen full blown prostitutes get husbands. You're right. Women have an expiration date. You're right. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? Off the market. Most women I know hit or even 15 because of traditional delivery. I know, isn't it such a beautiful thing that like we live in a time, you know why men talk to women like this and say things to me like because I have one child that I wanted to have with all my little heart and might for so long that I'm expired is because back in the day, women didn't have a choice of when she wanted to have kids, when she wanted to have sex, if she wanted to get married. So these men are used to being able to control everything about a woman. So the only thing that they have left to do is to try to tear us down, you know? Because now we have free will. So they have to try to fuck with our head. You know what I'm saying? Damn, these comments are deep as heck. Damn. Fun fact. I love you. I love you too. Your over the top fake acting is way too much. What is fake about me? What am I acting? They hear me out in silence. Yay. Okay. You really believe that? And it's a white man. The worst of the worst. You are the root of white supremacy and patriarchy. You are the reason why men are dumb today. And the only and I you know I really love? I love those white men who be knowing the tea. Oh, those are the best. Oh my God, I love me a little. Oh my God, they just know what's going on. I'd be like, who get it? They're like, I just don't understand these men. My father wasn't like this. They hear these men do certain things. They're like, what? Or at least the men who have like human decency when it comes to women. They're like, I would never say that to a woman. I had a guy tell me one time. He said, if a woman hit me, I would run. I'm running away. Because yes, that's called strategic thinking, critical thinking, being a leader. I love to see it. I love to see it. You know, men are very respectful to me, honestly. The reason why I get up on here to spread these messages is because I see the way that if you allow them to disrespect you the way that they will disrespect you, if you allow them to use you for free labor and not value you correctly, they will not. Because, like, just the fact that you men, this is my whole thing about it, just the fact that you men can get up on here and speak to women a certain way and try to brainwash women into hating other women like this is the very reason why you are not the man that deserves a woman to go 50-50 with you. You don't like them. So why would you deserve one to help uplift you? That doesn't make sense. That women are goddess, and that we should hold ourselves to higher standards so that we can hold our men to higher standards, so that our men can hold themselves to higher standards and stop depending on us for everything. So that women can stop tearing other women down for understanding that that a man's not supposed to depend on you for everything, because you're making a codependent man. You're making an able-bodied man unable. Yeah, I think like I truly believe like for me, I actually respect men. So I do think they're capable of touching $120,000 a year. I don't think that every man I don't expect every man to be poor and struggling. I I think that better for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that you guys need my help for every bill. I believe in your capability as a man. Just like I believe that I don't need to go 50-50 to get one, because I believe that a full-bodied, capable man will be attracted to who he's supposed to be attracted to. I'm not trying to force or rush or be desperate about nothing. I'm not about to act like a 50-50 chick or act like a pick me or act like anything to get a man, to be quite honest. I'm not. I'm gonna act like I love myself because it's true. Like, to be honest, I already put in all this effort and stuff as a woman. I'm not doing much else. Now, if after that, now that I've put in work on myself, it's definitely time for men to work on me. Okay, period. And that's what they be doing, period. Mm, I mean, honestly, like I remember, so I think I talked about this in my last YouTube video, the one that has a couple thousand views, that when I was in school, I learned from my ELA teacher about Egyptian history. And one of the things that he showed us in Egyptian history was a picture of Egypt. And in this picture of Egypt, everybody was white. But in the back of the painting, it was Virgin Mary, and it was Black Virgin Mary, her holding the first Black virgin birth. And this painting was painted by a white man, and he hid her all the way in the corner. And although he whitewashed all of Egypt, he couldn't, he made sure he put that Black virgin birth in the corner of that painting, all of history 3,000 years before BC. So I don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as queendoms, but back in those times, they worshiped women, and that's where men got wearing wigs from and everything. Like every game that you learn is always inspired by a woman. Are you dumb? Like everything, everything that men do is inspired for women. Men being masculine is for women. Men being like, you come from a woman. All of you come from a woman. The woman is the only one holding all these generation of DNA and bloodline. It's in our eggs. Do you carry eggs? Exactly. All I'm saying, I learned this in school. I'm sorry. I'm from Boston. We have the best education out here. Y'all know that? We got a lot of history and the best education in Boston. I don't need like My point is that women are goddess, and even the white man knows it. The white man who created patriarchal systems and white supremacy knows it too. He knows who I am. Hmm. I would know. I mean, ew, no. Hmm. Alchemist, alchemy. Okay, can anybody in the comments right now, right? I want you guys to use historical facts, statistics, and science to prove everything that I said wrong. Because I'm going to bring it back to science, right? This is the reason why you men are always searching for a womb. I'm about to tell you, hold on. Like, the Y, I had to fact check it. The Y is the man, and the X is the woman, right? So women have two X's, and man have a X and a Y. Just like, I mean, everything always goes back to like science. Just like in science class when they told us that the dominant gene was black, that just went over our heads. The woman is complete, and that's why you're always trying to get into a womb because you came from one. That's why the woman carries a baby for 9 months, the number of completion. She's a goddess, and they know it. And they know it. And that's why a woman should never tear another woman down. And I talked about this in my other video where I said, like, no, women, we're not perfect. We're not. We're just not perfect. But at the end of the day, like, we have to understand and be gentle with ourselves. Ones cannot grow if women for centuries and generations have been torn down. Like I like to hear the stories of my grandmother is so sad. You know, to be able to imagine what my mother went through as a child growing up is so sad. You know what I mean? But one thing I do know is as time went on, we've gotten more and more rights, and I've exercised my will to learn. You know what I'm saying? And to do better than what my mothers and my grandmothers and my aunties did. You know what I'm saying? And I might not be perfect. I still was raised right after the crack epidemic. You know what I'm saying? Um, but at the end of the day, we did better. We did a lot better. We're doing a lot better, you know? And I think that it's so much better for women to like uplift each other rather than like putting each other down. Because again, men don't put each other down for being selfish. You see the way these men are in these comments talking like they have no brain cells to me, talking like they didn't come from a woman, talking like they had no mother in their life. You know what I'm saying? And you see how most like none of them as a whole are coming together and shaming each other or saying how bad they are or saying how selfish they are. You know what I mean? For speaking of women this way and being entitled to women in the way that they are. Men don't do that to each other. Only women decide to tear each other down. Stop. We don't need it. There's always someone telling a woman somewhere that she's not, that something's wrong with her. You know what I mean? And they do this to the most special people, and that's how I know women are God, and that and if we're not God, we are God on this physical plane, because we the closest thing to it. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with black people. They try to tear black people down again and again and again, and then we found out that it's the dominant gene. It's connected to so much nature, so much sun. You know what I'm saying? Like we find out that everybody in Egypt was black, and we learn all this math and astrology and the seasons and the pyramids align with the stars, and we learn everything came from a black woman. You know what I mean? This is what they do. This is just what they do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not shaming men. I'm telling men to believe in themselves and stop tearing other people down. Because if you believed in yourself, you wouldn't spend like generations and generations and generations tearing women down and pitting women against each other. If you believed in yourself, you wouldn't be begging someone to go 50-50 with you. If you believed in yourself, you wouldn't be begging a woman to help you provide for the family with you. You would be a man and provide and allow your woman to be a feminine woman and nurture and have some respect and be able to have some like be able to have some pride when it comes to her man. There's no pride in taking care of your man. There's no pride in splitting bills with your man on dates and stuff. The fuck? You know what really feels good to women when a man has done like what my dad did, which was change lives. A woman's willing to do anything for you. She'll stop the whole world for you because that's what you did for her. You know what I mean? When you, a lot of y'all like will do women bad and then you're gonna be on your deathbed with nobody. You gonna go 50-50 with women, disrespect women your whole life, and there won't be nobody there for you. For real, for real. Or like when you pass, you're not gonna have nobody to scream your name out and live out your legacy the way that I do my father. You'll never be able to relate to these things. Yes, man built the world so that they can control resources to control women because women are God. And to prey on children. That's what we have we've been shown today in history. That's why the Epstein files just dropped. Was Epstein a woman? Were any of the or were any of the presidents a woman? Were any of the people in elite power a woman? Okay, just making sure. I came from a woman. I came from a woman. Yeah, and I'm so grateful for like my teachers like Mr. Scott and stuff because in this patriarchal world that 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 is trying to brainwash women, you're gonna end up either in this generation, they're gonna have you end up either going 50-50 with three kids in a poly relationship. Um, what's the other one? A single married woman. There's a lot of those. They come out every day and talk about how their husband does absolutely nothing for them. Um, Abused, possibly, you know, offed. It's like it's like women also have to realize that like you're just more emotional in nature to men and everything that you're devoted to do for a man, you have to ask yourself if he's truly devoted to do that for you. Um, I've actually like it's actually a thing where like where women get sick in the hospital, the doctor like has to is like medically trained to like prepare them for their husband to step out. To death do us part. And luckily I'm a gay man. You're funny. No, it's not about fault. See, here's the thing, right? It's that like you don't know it doesn't have to be anybody's fault of that majority of men are bad to women and don't respect women, right? But don't say that it's our fault when we don't want to go 50-50 with you no more and we don't care if you want to be with us or not anymore and we don't literally give a fuck about your opinion anymore. You just have to kind of live with it, you know what I mean? You can't get mad when other women are spreading this ideology to other women, you know what I mean? Because you told that's what we're doing, we're holding ourselves accountable. Do it for the woman who couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it for the woman who couldn't do it. I feel that in my bones all the time. I'm doing this for the woman who couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know there would a woman be who would be dying to be me. You know what I'm saying? you know? It's like it's like why don't men be accountable for themselves just like women are being accountable for ourselves? Uh, Educating other women to do better and to focus on themselves more and stop prioritizing relationships. Why don't you men go out and show men how to be better men to women so that we will stop literally protesting against you? Because I'm not gonna allow um you know, my sisters to be pinned against each other for men. I'm not gonna allow that. I'm not gonna allow my sisters to have jealousy because they're not doing what they truly want to do because someone told them that that makes them, or because a man told them that that makes them a good woman, or because a man told them, oh, women are this, women are that. I want us to like understand the program. Don't be doing nothing to no other woman that you wouldn't see no man doing to no other man. Okay? I don't want to see you tearing down no woman for no shit that you wouldn't see a man tearing down another man for. Okay? Period. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Where did you private message me? Black men are dumb and dangerous. I just talked about this. I don't care. Black men, I don't care about any man. But especially when I hear black men talk, I grew up with y'all. I know y'all. I know y'all to the core, to the bone. You know what I'm saying? The white woman be telling me to tea on a white man, but the black man, I know y'all. You know what's funny? They talked about this in my other live where they said that black men are more likely to divorce with a white woman. I think like 40% more likely, 44, almost 50% more likely to divorce with a white woman, and black women and a white man is significantly less likely to divorce. But I'm not gonna lie, the white men in these comments spreading hate are giving like hillbilly white boys, like trailer park trash, like very poor. It's giving poor white man. One of their profiles actually looks just like it. The guy King, his one, does he have face tattoos? That's a wigger. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy, King David, that's a wigger. You know, that's the white guy who shops at Walmart, gets the fake Jordans, has on the fitted cap and the tattoos, and he was an ex-drug addict. That that's who David is. I can't even call you King because you look a mess. You look like you went to rehab. Okay, but you know, I talked about this in my other YouTube video, and I don't think my concept is only from my lens because I've sat down with white girls who really like, you need to talk to my friend. So it's not just my perspective from a black woman. I've heard a lot of stories from white girls and STDs, 50-50, buying men boxers. It's bad over there too. Shoot. We got to teach all the women. It ain't just me. It's not about just my lived experience. It's about all, there are young, naive girls going out into a world full of predatory, weirdo, loser men who have no self-confidence and are ready to date the first thing that's legally of age and manipulated. So yeah, thank God there's women like me and like my aunties and like a lot of other women around me who have warned me and taught me things, and it's called sisterhood. Thank God. Bags. Maybe my mascara smudged a little bit, but I don't got no bags under my eyes. My eyes look really good today. What are you talking about? I have chinky eyes. Yes, I've always had chinky eyes since I was a little girl. I don't got no bags. The heck is you talking about? I look good. I look real good. Okay, real good. I'm not giving dating advice. I'm giving like self-love advice. I don't have any dating advice. The fuck? I'm telling women to put themselves first and have some type of morals and standards. This is videos about how to be a better you instead of getting into relationships to leech off of each other and tear each other down and dress it up as you guys are just so good for each other. Hold back a man, a full you want to hold back and postpone a man's growth who's fully capable of problem solving, but you're not giving him the space to do that because you're enabling him. I'm talking about how to be a better person before you get and before you're a better woman for a man. You know what I mean? Be better for yourself. Be honest with yourself. Yeah. I feel like if anything, people should stop dating until they learn how to love them, especially women. Women, you have to understand that you're more vulnerable. You are vulnerable as a woman. You are vulnerable as a woman. Okay? Stop letting cheap romance, cheap thrills make you feel like you're excited for the bare minimum. It's not that exciting. And stop putting other women down for not joining you in your bare minimum relationship games. Like, honestly, like this video was really inspired by a woman who just had a baby, got to a relationship, talking about 50-50 and how women are leeches who don't go 50-50. You just had a baby. First of all, your head is already in the wrong place. Like, I'm not saying anything's wrong with like being in a relationship, but you just have a baby and you're already splitting bills with a man? That's insane. Where's your self-love and self-respect? You're what the heck? You're fresh postpartum, ready to go 50-50. Shit makes no sense. I want to I'm mixed I already know how it's going to turn out. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. You're a smart and intelligent woman. Why I keep putting this sketch last in my algorithm because clearly you need my advice. You can't even articulate yourself properly. You're not even using the definition of schizophrenic correctly. Exactly. There are I think there no, I think there are good men. That's what I'm saying. You know, at one point I stopped having friends because my standards went up so well and I started to see what every other girl was going through, like all my other friends were going through, and I had to start cutting people off because like what do you mean he spit on you? You know, what do you mean you helped him pay for stuff and he cheated on you? What do you mean you just got his daughter a gift and it's the holidays and now he's leaving? And he's also saying he wants to take the gifts that he bought your kid back. You know what I mean? So, I've actually been forced to be by myself, and that's why I decided to come up on here and make this YouTube video. And give this advice because I don't focus on negative men. It's just that majority of the women around me haven't figured this common knowledge out yet. You know, there are women right now who are like, I'm gonna go 50-50, and I'm not gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a good girl for this. And it's still not working out for them. It's good, you know? So for me, um, I want better for my women. Because I personally, I'm not about to stay around you if you're talking about some, yeah, like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Like, I had to buy my boyfriend boxers. Bitch, I almost thought you had a kid for a second. I got a kid. What the fuck you mean you buying him drawers? You know what I'm saying? You threw me off. You know what? I'm gonna just go home, chill by myself. Like, I'm good. Don't even want to be around this. Type of foolishness is this? 19 years old talking about some you're buying your boyfriend boxers. What the fuck? Talking about what you're doing for your boyfriend while you're in school. What the fuck? And also, while talking about all the everything that you've done and doing with and for your boyfriend, all these things that you're building together, he cheated on you. What the fuck? Don't want to hear this. This is why I don't really have a lot of homegirls. This is why I had to get up on here and remind them of what the divine feminine is. These men don't respect y'all. I don't understand how you even want to go 50-50 with men who have these type of ideologies. Why do you want to go 50-50 and help build up men who really just want to tear you down? The moment that you don't want to suck up to them and go 50-50 with them or whatever, look at how they talk. And mind you, these are men, like these are really broke, probably loser men, probably like I'm gonna describe their room to you, right? There's an empty soda bottle. There's an ashtray with cigarettes. The mattress is just above the floor because they got a box spring. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The floor is dirty. It got some juice stains on it. Mm-hmm. It's like a juice stains with sticky stuff and fur on the floor. The fur doesn't stick to the juice. Mm-hmm. What else? I'm getting a download. Wait 1 second. And then what else? Does he have curtains? Yep, he has sheets as curtains, they said. That's the men in the comments. They have sheets as curtains. Yep. Uh-huh. In the attic, you said? Okay, they said they said that the bedrooms of the men in the comments, the ceiling slants like this because they're in the attic. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Their hygiene, zero? Okay, they haven't washed their ass either. Neither have they brushed their teeth. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, and they watch gay porn. Got it. That's the men in my comments. That was the download. The angels told me. A Timu couch. What's wrong with my couch? What's wrong with it? That's not. That looks like. Hold on. What's wrong with my couch? What's wrong with? It got a whole trunk. What's wrong with the couch? What's What's wrong with my couch? What's the heck the couch do to you? What? A really nice couch. Lady, when I got married in 88, we lived just like that. 38 years later, we own our own home. You see what I mean? Men came from nothing, just want to offer you nothing. He wants you ready. He's like, That's the room that you belong in. And after that, we gonna get a house. It's gonna be a ran down house with a million problems and no pool, but it's gonna be a house. It might be small as shit, but it's a house. Curtains in the attic. Oh my god. Then you're saying Tyler Swift a loser, huh? I'm sure you did. Anya, have your back. It's good when the trolls come in. What do you mean? That's how you know the video is getting good. I wish I could stay up on here longer, cause hell yeah, of dirty clothes. I have a laundry in my apartment building. All my clothes are clean. They need to get folded. I love this because we can do this all day. I'm a clean ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? In real life, you know, you know, something light, mind you. I'm cooking. Okay, actually cooking. The whole my whole shit be clean. My whole shit be clean. What are we talking about? That is what I scooped up the vegetables that I cut up. Okay, my house be clean. The only thing that I have right now is laundry to do. You want to see some more? You, oh, it's really clean, babe. You want to see some more? Is my house stays the fuck clean, okay? I clean the fuck out of my house. You, what else? You want to see the closet? The closet's organized too. Okay? Period. Oh, you want to see the refrigerator? Y'all want to be all up in the business. Hold on, I got you. Hmm. Does that look dirty to you? Does that look like someone who don't take the time to clean up? Yeah. I do all that, baby. Yes. Huh. You drink the healthy milk. You would know what Section 8 is. Your last girlfriend had it. I mean, you are. I mean, is it not causing you to sit here longer like an idiot and get me monetized? Is that not the whole point of course I'm showing you and talking to you guys and interacting with you idiots. You're gonna get me paid. Duh. I'm crying. Ew. Oh yeah, y'all are saying I love it. Y'all just be saying anything. I be getting y'all mad. I be getting y'all mad because my house is clean. It's fully furnished. I have food on the stove. I have like two dishes in my sink. My bathroom is clean. My hair is done. My face is clear. My skin is glowing. I have everything that I want. You wish that as a woman I didn't. I know. I know. You wish I struggled like how the women did with you in the 80s, baby. It ain't that. It ain't that. It's a different time, baby. Happy only not here for a long time, so have fun. Y'all, a lot of you guys in this live right now couldn't afford to live in these apartments, so I'm not worried about what y'all are saying. Where do you guys expect a 22-year-old to live? Like, isn't that where most like 22-year-olds live, in a house, in an apartment, or with their parents, or in a dorm? This man's not playing about me, period. Thank you, my love. You see that? Because we are adults and have a house. You're an adult on a 22-year-old's live who's talking about uplifting other women and pushing men to their highest extent instead of being codependent on women. You're broke and you're miserable. Go live out your dream. You don't have a hobby, you don't have a passion. You didn't like to dance as a kid. Did you like to draw or paint? You don't want to try to make money drawing or painting. Go love yourself. Go be yourself. Go do something that I do every day that you can't. Go out into the world and be yourself confidently with your head held high. Do that. Because I want, I honestly would love to start like having you guys come up on my TikTok and like actually bring you up on the panel. Cameras on. Then we can have a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everyone is some brokies in the chat hating on Ani. I will take on the whole chat behind Ani. I get a lot of haters, but I'm telling you, the people that don't play about me energetically, spiritually, physically, don't play about me, okay? The people who support me, okay? I don't gotta kiss they ass. I don't gotta do nothing, okay? I just be myself. Period. Period. Yeah. Um, I just believe that like when people see you doing things that they wish that they can do, they're gonna have like the most opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I think about this even like as a child when you be like talking about like before you grow up and become mature, you're like talking about another woman. You're like, why does she do this? Why does she do that? Da 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 da. Just hating for real. Like, and I'm glad that I've been able to live like so many like I've had a lot of experience, and my mind goes a lot of different places, and I've like just learned a lot from people too. So I feel like I understand extreme lows and extreme highs, and I be able to like see kind of like where people are at. Have heavy on the love is love, but hate is real. I mean, hate is love. Hate is love. Really? Really? It's really what hate is. Hate is love. Yeah, I mean, I'll never be like the type of woman um to ever want male validation. Um, and for the 23 people here who have been reading the comments, maybe some of you men can go over what you said. That is the reason why I am not very pro men, because when you state simple opinions, that's how they react. They're ignorant and dumb. At least like the ignorant and dumb ones. So I like to clear those ones out of my way. Like realistically, the men in my comments right now are never seeing me in real life. Heavy on the haters gonna hate. You're so stunning. Thank you. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm a content creator. Like, what? Like, am I supposed to show you the wall? Am I supposed to not respond? Uh, Thank you, my love. I get a lot of love. I get a lot of support, you know? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's gonna have one. I came to that conclusion. You know what I'm saying? I came to that conclusion. hmm I have a couple million views across all my platforms. I have almost 7,000. Almost yeah, 7,000 on TikTok right now. My reach is hitting, okay? I actually just you know what? I don't I feel like a lot of people should try to do like some sort of content creation just so people could see like understand it because you don't know anything until you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just telling people in my old videos, like if you're a content creator, y'all be seeing people come up here on here with 7 likes and still come up on here. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. They're meeting goals and making sales. Something's working, and that's the reason why they're doing it. Okay. I'm not. That's why I'm here. A lot of people like right now, like the person who mentioned like the subs, those are the type of people who are gonna tie their self-worth into da da da. Um, I just I have a different level of like belief in myself. Um, and it's literally been working out great for me. So I talked about that in my last video. You can book me for massages too, facials, waxes. Period. I've been playing with my hair the whole time. What are you talking about? Stop hating on Ani and get your money up. Ani's a good person. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. You don't see my skin? Okay, very good. You might be want to be care. You might want to be careful with Levy. I see in that picture he looking hefty, hefty, hefty. To give you that 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to get back up. You know what I'm saying? Leave that man alone. Okay, guys, if you're in here, I'm about to head out. I want everybody to give the live a like, give the live a like, and remember that as a woman, you are a goddess. You know what I'm saying? You are a altar and you deserve offerings. If you can receive all that, I'm sorry, I'm playing. Then you can receive you all the love, respect, admiration, and cha-ching, 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 and stop doing stuff that don't actually make you happy just to have a man. Okay? Stop. Stop thinking that being a good person is gonna keep you with a man. Stop. Stop putting other women down for doing exactly what you want to do. Stop. Because if you didn't want to do it, you wouldn't be worried about it. Stop it. Not familiar with you, but I'm listening. Hi. Yeah, just make sure as a woman that you are you only gonna live this life once. You know what I mean? This life experience right now, you're only gonna get this one time. And you're gonna want to say that you did it. You're not gonna want to say that I could have did it, or I tried to do it, or I wanted to do it. You're gonna want to say that you did it. So I want you to get up and do it. You know what I'm saying? And instead of focusing on how you could some work with people in a world like this, you need to learn how to work with yourself. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if you need to be in a relationship and be codependent to feel good and to feel happy and to feel whole or whatever, or to get things done, you need to work on yourself. So yes, yes, this is the relationship channel, a relationship for yourself. How to turn anything that you don't like about yourself into gold. Anything you don't like about yourself, your life into gold. How to work with what you got, be grateful for what you got. Okay? How to raise your standards so that you can leave losers where they belong. You know, this is about how you can outdo yourself. Okay? That's what this YouTube channel is for. Got you. Have a good day, baby. Love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much.